Work-life balance as an associate dentist. More important now than ever. Congratulations on graduating from dental school. As you embark on your career, it's important to establish a healthy work-life balance right from the start, and then to maintain it throughout your career. Now that you made it through dental school, it's time to refocus on yourself. Take a moment and be proud of your accomplishments. Celebrate whatever it is that makes you feel great. If you love travel, now is the time to dust off that old suitcase and hit the road. If you haven't been able to spend time with loved ones, now's the time to bring them to the forefront of your life. To ease the stress of finding employment, make sure you have a job lined up with a start date between 20 and 90 days after graduation. Doing so will help you get a head start in your dental career, but also give you some time to relax. When I graduated from dental school, I initially headed off to work in New Mexico. At that time, I was concerned that it could take 40 days or longer after graduating from school to physically obtain your New Mexico state dental license. I remember calling the dental board, I'm not kidding you, literally every single day to check on the status of my license. In hindsight, I must have seemed like a real nut job. I should have just relaxed and let those things take care of themselves, as I knew my application was in good shape. You don't need to stress yourself over your license in this period. Don't be like me. Enjoy this somewhat forced time off, and even use your state dental board's inefficiency as the excuse to take this time off. Make sure during this time off, you're using the opportunity to set personal, family, or travel goals for yourself, and while on travel, pursue hobbies that you enjoy. This can be a great chance to work out or create a balance between your professional and personal life. One advantage of working as an associate dentist as opposed to being an owner is the ability to transition positions more easily. Now, this should not be interpreted as a suggestion to switch jobs frequently, but rather as a chance to take a month or so off and reset yourself when a change does become necessary. It can be easy to become comfortable with your position, the owner, the staff, the patients, and all of a sudden you've been working there for several years. Before you know it, you are working from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week, maybe driving an hour to and fro from work. Essentially, you'd be clocking in 50 to 60 hours a week without being compensated for any of that additional work or responsibilities. From my personal experience, I can attest to this. After 2 years in my first position, I had allowed them to increase my hours and responsibilities without a pay increase. I was working like an owner without seeing any of the benefits of being an owner. It wasn't until I was forced to move with my wife and take a 40-day off from work that I realized what had been going on. Therefore, if you must transition between associateships, I suggest taking a break from work if it's at all financially feasible. During this time, reflect on yourself, your family, and make sure that you're doing the things that you find fulfilling with your life. At this point, many dentists are in their 30s or 40s, and you should really be living a meaningful life at this point. Audit yourself to make sure you're on the right path, and if you're not, make those adjustments as needed. This is the time to redirect the ship of your life. Take advantage of the time and money you have now, and go on an adventure of a lifetime. You may never have an opportunity like this again, so make the most of it. Travel to places you've always wanted to go, and experience all the wonders the world has to offer. Spend quality time with people you love, and create those lasting memories that'll be with you forever. Don't forget to just have some fun while you're at it. These very well could be some of the best days of your life. An often overlooked aspect of the work-life continuum is your mental health. Make time for activities you enjoy, and don't neglect self-care. Taking care of yourself ultimately allows you to provide the best care for your patients. Previously, I had alluded to the fact that when I'm off work, I realize what is actually happening with me. I personally tend to favor work over exercise when I'm in the thick of working. Every time I stop working for a few weeks, I realize how much my health has slipped, and it allows me to then refocus my mind on my health. I will start exercising more, which leads to eating healthier, which leads to spending more time with my family, which overall results in a healthier life. I even recently read my first fiction book, which was an exhilarating and tremendous experience for my mental health. While the above solutions aren't necessarily right for everybody's needs, some people just need a week on the couch watching Netflix. These were my solutions and what I needed for my mental and physical health. To make more time for your personal life while also taking a load of mental stress off, consider working at a location near your actual place of residence. This proximity will reduce your commute time, thus giving you more time to spend with family, friends, or pursue hobbies. For the first 2 years of my career, I was commuting over 25 miles to and fro from work, which ended up accounting for 50 or so minutes of daily driving, which tallied over time was 4 to 6 hours a week that I was never paid for. If you can shorten this distance, you will spend much more time at home doing the things that make your personal life fulfilling, as opposed to sitting there in traffic. This is a super easy tip, but I find it critical when addressing dentist burnout. Now that I live closer to my work, I am much more rested at work, spend more time at home, and I am saving a significant amount of money on gas and car maintenance. This has really been one of the biggest wins for my mental health of all time. As a healthcare provider, we all know that continuous learning and developing new skill sets is essential to remain competitive. Not only will this help you become a better provider and therefore help more patients, but it is also the added benefit of making you financially more successful. Advanced dental treatments tend to bring in higher revenue per procedure, meaning that you can work less for the same take-home pay. Let's look at the difference between simple and advanced procedures. For example, a newly graduated dentist often offers basic services like crowns or direct restorations and would need to do maybe 5 or 10 of those procedures a day in order to produce $1,000 to $3,000. On the other hand, an experienced dentist who offers advanced treatments such as implants can make $3,000 in the matter of an hour placing an implant. Learning advanced treatments is an excellent way to buy back your time while also helping more patients, so start learning now. A final advantage of taking additional education courses is that many of them are hosted in highly desirable destinations. This allows you to learn and develop your clinical acumen while also enjoying some vacation time. Whenever possible, I suggest linking a vacation with a continuing education course. Personally, I like to use the 1-to-2 ratio for CE to vacation days. For example, if the course I'm attending lasts 3 days, then I plan 6 days of vacation to go with it. This provides you with the opportunity to learn the material and then take some time to relax and reset your mind and body with some quality beach time. It's important to keep in mind, however, that if you plan to use this trip as a tax deduction, at least half of the trip must be spent either at the CE course or engaging in other business-related activities. As a recently graduated dentist, establishing a work-life balance right out of dental school is essential for long-term success and happiness. By taking time off between associateships, working near your residence, focusing on continuing education, and offering advanced dental treatments, you can achieve a fulfilling career while establishing a healthy work-life balance. Dr. Schick's tips. After graduating from school or residency, take 20 to 90 days off to reflect on yourself. You can travel or just relax. 2, make your commute to and from work as short as possible to reduce stress. Number 3, take 20 to 40 days off between associateships for rest and recovery. Number 4, attend advanced continuing education courses frequently to stay up to date and use that information to buy back your time. Aim for a 1-to-2 ratio of CE to vacation days. And last but not least, make sure to consciously address your mental health throughout the entire process. And as always, stay drilling, my friends.